This person here, get out of here, shut the hell up, is my biggest stan. Wow, he looks interesting. Anyway, this is the face of somebody you know is a reputable source of information, right? This is my biggest stan, and here's a little bit of history that I've been made to understand about this person. Apparently, he used to be a follower of mine, and then he stopped liking my content for whatever reason, which is fair. Which is totally fair that he does that, because a lot of people, I'm very controversial. But as of recently, like, he's really just been going out of his way to not disagree with me, but just to flat out slander me. And I see that you're in here, so this way I can let you know how you are somebody that is really just going out of your way to slander me. And this will be a fun one. This way we could do it live, right? It's funny that you popped into the chat when I said my biggest stan, because you knew it was going to be you. How do we love that? Now, let's start off with a little bit here. And let's have a very honest, very, very honest conversation, because I read through your comments and you keep telling people that I made this joke, and I need you to understand. Let's actually have a real moment, okay? And we're going to make sure that I don't get heated, because this stuff always bothers me. I've made a platform out of many things: social commentary, political commentary, drama commentary, satire, and deplatforming predators, right? Now, a while back, I made a joke: if she's old enough to bleed, she's old enough to breed. Thank you very much, Andre Lopez, for the advice. Now, I've had maybe one or two people make a video saying, listen, Papa Gut, we understand what you're trying to do by exposing Andre Lopez, but the joke was gross. That's a fair criticism. I took that to heart. What you guys need to understand is Andre Lopez is a 23-year-old man that allegedly slept with a 14-year-old girl at a party at a hype house, his hype house, right? And I was the only one talking about it, because I'm the only one with the balls to talk about real predators on TikTok, which is why I've had accounts banned for it. I had an alt account at 600,000 banned for talking about Zoe Laverne. Right? Now, Creator Court, amongst other people, decided to completely take it out of context, cut the last part off, and miss a perfect opportunity to try to expose somebody that's potentially harmful to children just because they don't like me and want to dogpile me. And while I understand why you may not like me, I find it disgusting and pathetic that you guys would miss a perfect opportunity to try to socially pressure somebody, because this is one of the things that I've learned, right? This is one of the things that I've learned, is that if you want to try to deplatform a real serious predator or a threatful person, you have to basically, the only thing that you can really do is get them to admit their wrongdoings, right? And we missed that whole opportunity because everybody was focused on dogpiling me over that joke instead of actually calling out Andre Lopez, despite the fact that there was some reasonably credible evidence. His girlfriend left him and he went dark for a month. But, of course, we missed that opportunity. And so I want you guys to understand that every single person that intentionally took my video out of context, those are defenders of child predatory behavior. Each and every one of them. So if you're somebody who does that, then you are somebody who has defended child predatory behavior. And it's disgusting, and it bothers me a lot. It's one of the things, the only real thing that gets me heated is this type of situation. I don't even know what the hell just happened there. Okay. So, that's disgusting. Now, that being said, like I said, Creator Court is my biggest stan. He saw on Twitter that I was banned for 2 days, so he decided to jump on it and criticize me for a video and just completely unintelligently just lie. It wasn't even some kind of deceitful misrepresentation. This is a flat out lie. And that's all it is. Yeah. By the way, Creator Court, I will actually answer your question. You talk about me defending Tony Lopez in October. Yes. Tony Lopez was a 20-year-old man who was sexting 16-year-olds, and that's disgusting. But here's the reality, and this is something that I understand that you don't. I'm just being honest, is I don't live in the Twitterverse. A 20-year-old talking to 16-year-olds is disgusting, and it's deplorable, but technically, it is legal. So I wouldn't label somebody a child predator for doing that. I extended the same courtesy to Gemini, official Gemini. So my criticism was, it's disgusting and it needs to stop, but you're not a predator. You're just gross. And he stopped, he apologized, and he hasn't done it again. So what should we do from there? Oh, right, nothing, because that's what happened. This is the difference between cancel culture and re-education culture. Anyway, moving on to this video. Let's just watch this video, and this way I can educate Creator Court since she's sitting inside of my comments right now. why and how he was wrong. Now, I'm going to assume that you just don't watch all of my videos, which is kind of...
Ask me what I think.
And I just want you to know, I can very clearly tell you didn't watch the video here. But, you know, maybe you should work on actually watching content before you actually make commentary on it.
Think of Modern Warrior. And simply put, I'm just not going to respond to that question on TikTok.
Let me save you 20 minutes of your life. All it is Papa Got calling Modern Warrior a racist.
I did call him a racist. I said that he's being racist towards white people. Absolutely, by calling them colonizers. Boiling down a particular identity group by the worst of that identity group is racist or bigoted in some capacity. If you do it to black people, it's racist. If you do it to white people, it's racist. Asian people, it's racist. Taking a stereotype and pushing it onto the entire group is racist. So yeah.
Saying that he's only doing it to sell t-shirts.
Didn't say that.
And that he provides no actual education about important issues concerning indigenous people.
100% false. You are the scum of the earth, worthless fucking loser. What I had said was that while, yes, Modern Warrior is being racist with his rhetoric, I talked about how, ideally, while he shouldn't be racist, practically nobody listens unless somebody is being controversial. Because the reality is both progressives and conservatives don't give a singular fuck about Native American issues or indigenous issues. Because conservatives don't give a shit about Native or indigenous people, and progressives don't care about something unless they can virtue signal over it. That's what I had actually said. You dumb fucking idiot. You're a moron, and now you're gonna leave because I proved you wrong. Honestly, you're such a fucking loser. I don't understand it. Literally, I defended Modern Warrior to my audience. And you want to talk about how, like, oh, I'm so, you think that... I mean, listen, this is a guy who calls himself Creator Court. Like, you're so full of yourself. You're so full of yourself to call yourself... You think that you're some kind of a creator court. You're the court of TikTok. You have all of the impartial social perspectives on anything. But you're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You're just outwardly lying about me at this point. It's crazy. You can dislike me. A lot of people do. But like you don't even say that. You don't even speak the truth. You're a fucking child. You told everybody that my entire perspective on Modern Warrior is that I think he's a racist loser. But then when you watch the video, I went on like a rampage about a guy who called him white, and I said the only reason that indigenous person would be white if he was probably because his ancestors were raped by white people, which is probably ignorant because there was also some in between marrying and whatnot. But I defended this Modern Warrior character. I even invited him on stream at the end. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. I couldn't imagine. You can sit here and be like, Papa God, I think you're ignorant. I think that you don't understand some particular things. That's totally fine. And there's things that I absolutely probably do. But like, look at you. Now you're like, oh, well, that was a good take. So why didn't you know that? Honestly, you're still here. You pretended to leave like a little baby. If you said that was a good take of mine, then why did you why did you lie to people? Can I ask you that question? So either you lied or you're so fucking stupid that you didn't watch the video. And like you think you can't be a good commentator if you don't watch somebody's commentary or you watch somebody's full video. So like just explain to me why you lied. No, I didn't. Oh, look, I said everything else, you idiot. I said that he was racist. Yes. But the focal point was me justifying his racism. Do you not understand here? You're so fucking stupid. You don't get it. Like you're just fucking doubling down, bro. You're wrong. You're literally wrong. You lied about everything. I called him a racist and then defended him because of like historical oppression. And then you're like, no, but you lied about the rest. The entire thing is about how I said that he actually is trying to talk about Native American issues. This is crazy, man. It's crazy that you're in here. You're such a stupid fucking person, bro. Let's watch the rest.
I mean, if you're to spend all that time talking bad about someone, you should at least tag them.
That's really true. I should tag them. Unfortunately, people like you with pink hair that need to learn to touch fucking grass will report me constantly for every video, which is why I got banned over a video talking about how vegan food was gross. When I tag people in videos, there's a much higher chance they get removed. That's the reality. That's the reality.
So I did that for you, buddy.
Thank you.
Way maybe he can find where you bring attention to all these important issues.
Maybe he can, because apparently you're just too fucking stupid to watch a 20-minute video. I mean, I'm sure Modern Warrior seems like an intelligent enough guy to be able to actually watch my video and go, oh, yeah, okay. but apparently you're not.
'Cause I couldn't find it.
I couldn't imagine. I believe that you couldn't find it. I believe that you couldn't find it. Probably because you didn't look.
Ask me what I.
So yeah, that's basically Creator Court in a nutshell. Creator Court is, I don't know, a 20-something-year-old man-child that looks like a 40-something-year-old man-child who sits there and virtue signals over every single issue, doesn't actually look into what's truly going on. And the one takeaway I want you to really take from this Creator Court is that not a single one of your followers actually likes you. They dislike me so much that they followed you. That's it. The people dislike the people you talk about so much that they're willing to follow a fucking cretin. That's it. That's your platform. Nobody likes you, and nobody cares about you. People only dislike me so much that they want to follow you. I know you keep saying goodbye, but you're not leaving. You've been sitting here the whole time saying goodbye, and you're so upset and offended that you got nothing else to say. So do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor, okay? Take my video out of context intentionally, like you always do, and put it on your fucking thing. This way, maybe people will go to my YouTube and watch my videos. That would be very cool. By the way, I noticed that you are subbed to me, so I appreciate that too. So what's up?
Hold on, I gotta close your Discord. Oh, then, dude, what's your question? You want to know why I stopped following you?
Sure, yeah.
Listen, you used to have these really good takes, like Keemstar stuff. You know,
Like what?
garbage. Keemstar.
I used to. You're cutting out. So wait, you said I used to have really good takes. Okay.
I might have to switch to my computer.
Hello.
Okay. All right. So what were you saying? I used to have really good takes, and then.
Like with the Keemstar stuff. And I'm pretty sure I have a video saved where you used to call out your community.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. What's the Keemstar stuff? What do you mean?
Like, you used to speak up against the shit the Keemstar used to pull.
Do you think that I? So what? Are you saying I don't do that anymore?
No, you still do.
Okay.
But you used to kind of stick up to your community for being bullies.
Okay. So this is outside of Keemstar now. Keemstar was just kind of thrown in there.
Yeah. So, I followed you. I watched your Keemstar takes, things like that.
Okay.
And I even think I still have the video saved from you where you were calling out all of your followers who were being transphobic or going after people you used to talk about. And then, like, at some point, you just stopped caring. And you've even admitted it yourself.
Wait. So hold on.
Recently.
Before we move forward. So I stopped tagging people in my videos, so it was much less likely for those people to even get called out in the first place. Which is one of the reasons why I
their
stopped calling
watermarks
people out.
are still coming.
They didn't receive anywhere near the same amount of hate as they used to, if at all, honestly. I would go through my videos and I would remove the videos of people linking their main profile pages and stuff. So most of the people that I've talked about didn't get hate at all.
You still think it's okay to make fun of somebody to millions of people to just show their face for them to still
Who are you talking about?
getting harassed and bullied?
Well, who are you talking about?
There is no way in hell you don't see the comments on the videos you would make about people.
About what? I'm assuming. I just at this point, I know that you're just specifically talking about that one with the trans woman, right?
Well, not only that, it's other ones too.
Like which ones?
Well, they're all gone. But
Well, they're all gone. But I'll take your word for it. What's another one? It's what's another example?
Listen,
I feel like I'm not asking too much. One other example.
it's just anybody that you didn't agree with.
But no. But you're saying no. But see, the problem is you're telling me that there's all these people that
Well, it's even me too. I
What are you
don't agree
talking
with you, so you start coming after my hair.
Wait.
fun of me,
You.
calling me an R slur. That's an example. And then
Well,
again,
hold
with that
on.
trans woman, you
That
claimed to say she was being rude.
she was
to
100%.
that man.
Absolutely, yeah.
She was not being rude. She just
100%
asked,
was
which
being
is a
rude.
major.
It's not true at all.
Other
I
people
so
have
what? So I
said
never.
between
I
the women and females thing.
So two things. One, that woman was being rude. Two, I've never called you out on TikTok, and you lying about me is a perfectly it sounds like you just want to lie about me.
Make sure
Yeah, you
that
do.
I'm
You
not
don't.
slandering.
But you literally just did. You didn't watch.
I did it. You said
Yes, you
he's
did.
doing it to sell shirts, and you called him a racist.
No, when you said that, I said that he doesn't do anything to bring awareness to Native American issues.
You said he doesn't provide any educational value.
No, I
It is
didn't
in that
whatsoever.
video.
It's not in that
It is
video.
absolutely
You're
in that
objectively lying. You're just
Okay.
lying. I literally said, because this is what the video, if you actually watched it, what I said is he is being racist. Yeah, he does seem to be selling t-shirts off of it, but the reason he's being racist is due to the fact of like historical oppression. And while I don't agree with the way that he's going about calling out and trying to raise awareness for Native American issues, ideally, we don't live in an ideal society. So it's working. People don't tune in because progressives and conservatives don't care about indigenous issues, but now people are actually listening. That's what I actually said. And then somehow you completely boiled down like that whole thing, which is true, to I don't think he's speaking about anything.
Listen, the opening of your video was because you specifically said,
Wait, so
my
you only
followers
watched
hate him,
you
such
only
is why you're here.
Yes, my followers don't like him, so they want me to say that I don't like him too. And then I didn't say that.
Nah, you say it in a way to kind of make it.
No, I don't. You're trying to like really go through like a lot of gymnastics. What I do is I make a joke about how my followers want me to dislike him, but I don't, because like he's actually raising awareness. And it's just making people uncomfortable. I even go off on like a fucking tangent because some white guy said that he might be white, and I said the only reason that he would be white is if his ancestors were raped by white people. Does that sound like I'm wait, does that sound like I'm taking a stance that my racist, homophobic audience would generally take?
No, but you still.
Okay. Oh no, but like you didn't
I
watch the
said
video. You just didn't watch the
Okay.
video. I'm proving you wrong, and all you're doing is you're doubling down on your horrible points that are untrue.
Nah, you're just angry, dude.
I mean, now you just have nothing to say, so you're just saying that I'm angry.
No, I don't. I have plenty to say.
So
You
go ahead.
Even admit it. You've built this community.
Okay, I built
that
what
has
community?
turned into you've even admitted it yourself in all of your Twitter rants that my content has shifted to where
Yes,
I
I
was
did.
focusing on views and follows.
Yeah, and then I
and you
stopped.
created this hateful community. Your community
Right, but then
is
I
the same
stopped.
as people like Nick Foster's.
No, probably
Twitter,
not.
dude.
Well,
And I've
right, so
dealt with
so
both
I've
of their
drastically shifted my content before I was banned to just like doing commentary and talking about this. And like doing YouTube and Twitch, I was like much more focused on this because it's a platform that gives me the ability to sit down and go into like a long form conversation about particular issues. And then I would mostly just clip it and put it up onto TikTok. I wasn't posting that much on TikTok up until I got banned.
Okay, because it was still. Listen, I'm not even the only person that goes after you on TikTok.
Who cares? Yeah, a lot of people do. There's people who don't like me. A lot of people for
Okay,
justifiable
so, and you
reasons. No.
commentate on everybody else, so everybody's allowed to form
What do you?
their own opinions. of
Yeah,
something.
but why do you feel like you don't need to take accountability for when you lie about me? I'm so confused.
Because I know I'm not lying.
But I just
will
proved
go
you
back
wrong.
and- okay, no.
Like, this is what's crazy, is that you're sitting here and you're telling me that I only go after you. You're playing this victim game.
I don't say you only
You
go.
just did. You're like, everybody talks
I
about you.
don't
Why are
ever
you only
play
coming
victim.
after about me?
One
You
thing I
you
say
just
is,
said
people I
it.
talk about, I never make fun of them. I never make fun of their intelligence. I never make fun
Well,
of their
yeah,
appearance.
sure,
That's
but
all you can do when someone talks about
well, no,
you.
I actually just went to like a whole thing about how like you're wrong and you're like a liar. But yeah, like you look weird. You have a like no offense, but you think that you're a creator court. Like you think far too highly of yourself. You think that you're a creator court, and then you wear a skull mask, and you want people to be like, yeah, that's acceptable. Like you make yourself a joke,
That's
and then
the character that I played.
it's
Yeah,
a
Doesn't
dumb
make any
character.
sense.
It's not a funny
I'm a
character.
warlock. It makes no sense.
You're a warlock.
Well, I
Do
really
you
don't care
you
what
don't
you
think you don't think that that's just dumb, and that diminishes your platform, makes you look stupid to pretend
I
you're
don't
a
care.
warlock?
Creator Court was started just to be funny, to make people
Okay.
steal on each other's content and stuff. But then the amount of hate and toxicity and bullying that I get tagged in, then yeah, I'm going to use my platform to talk about that.
That's totally fine, but you have to be aware of the way that you present yourself. And when you call yourself a demon warlock and you wear a skull mask, like, you're going to get made fun of.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I mean, like, people make fun of me for being fat and bald. I don't take offense to it because I'm fat and bald. That's just the reality of life.
I don't make fun of
I
you
don't
when
care
I'm
if
talking
I don't.
about you.
No, I know, but like, I don't care if you do that. But that's what people like. This is how the world operates, right? So, for instance, that trans woman that was being really
Still doesn't
rude.
make it, it's
So,
okay.
like, so that trans woman that was being really
How
rude to
is
that
she
black guy.
being
I'm
rude?
going to
She just
explain.
asked-
I'm going to explain.
is she-
I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to see.
Okay.
So first, that person was being rude, talking about the whole female nonsense, right? Saying, why do you call us females? In an incredibly antagonistic tone. They were being a dickhead. So I made fun of them. That's it.
An antagonistic tone.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Antagonist. Do you think that voice is like you can't have a tone
Why
of
do
your
you
voice?
call us female? Why don't you call us women?
Yeah, in a very antagonistic, aggressive tone. Just being a bitch.
Well, but you understand that's a major issue that people in that community
It's not.
deal with all the
Who?
time.
What people? Women? Being called
Okay.
female? It's not a major issue in the female community to be called a female.
And don't even tell me you did not see the toxicity in the comments on that.
No.
Yeah,
So you're moving past where we are. We're not at my comments right now. We're specifically at that person being rude and antagonistic.
I don't think she was being
She
rude.
was 100% being rude and antagonistic. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, well, we're
Yeah.
going to disagree there.
I know. Well, that's because if you agree to the objective
so-
truth,
so
then you
she-
have no
so
platform
because you
to move
think
forward
she's-
on.
So you think she's being rude? She deserves to get the thousands of hate comments, death threats from your community because you
So
thought she was
I
being
think.
rude?
So I think that
You
because
think
somebody.
that's okay.
So I think that
because
because.
you didn't care.
So I think that because somebody's being rude, like it opens them up to be criticized. Yeah. Now to get transphobic and hate comments, no, absolutely not. It's terrible. It's disgusting. It's despicable. But like
Well,
also,
you
she
didn't
told
care,
me.
you
But
left the video
but
up
she
because
also
you got paid for it.
sure. So she also told me to kill myself in like in like her video that got pulled down. So why would I care? You know what I mean? Like I mean, what do you want me to do? Honestly, they were being rude. They
I
were
didn't
being
see
a
any
bitch.
videos against her. Do you have that video? Because her
No.
account was, she had to delete her account because of the hate she was getting from your followers, because of your video, because of Curly
Well-
Daddy's video, and Nick Foster's video.
So you're
It's not
saying so
okay.
my video was the one that broke the camel's back there? I mean, listen,
I
it's
also
it's
mentioned Curly Daddy.
it's
but
ter-
you know what?
it's terrible that she had felt like she had to remove her account. But like again, like I just don't understand why that person can't get called out just because they're trans when they're being rude to somebody.
You could say she's.
I know she's being
You can
rude.
absolutely say someone's being rude, but you
Yeah.
make fun of her and let your community.
Yeah, I
do all
did.
that.
I made fun of her. Yeah, because
That's on
she.
you. And I'm so sick of hearing I don't control my community.
I don't.
Your
I don't
content
have any
controls
control,
your
but I have no control over my. I
Yeah,
really
well,
have no
you attracted
control.
this community with the content that you make, which is why I left.
Okay. I mean, like this is just how the internet works. People are toxic on every side. I don't know what you expect.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to make sure that someone isn't gonna go out of their way to get death threats because of it.
So you're just lying about my content though. So like, how does that make you?
Oh
any
my
better?
god, that's all you're fucking worried about, dude. Jesus.
I'm so confused. I feel like you shouldn't lie about somebody's content. Listen, that person made like a shitty video. They're being rude to that guy. He was just asking
I
a
pointed
question.
all those people in the direction. If they want to go watch your videos, sure they can.
Sure. So that they're not going to, right? But anyway, it just doesn't matter. But that person, that trans woman, was being rude, talking about like, oh, why do you call us females, right? Just trying to be forcefully offended in a really rude tone. And then I said, yeah, why do you call us females? And I had the filter on that made me look like a girl. That's it. That's not really that bad. And then there are people being rude to her. Yeah, people, it's the internet. People send me death threats. People are rude to me too. If you can't handle it, then delete your platform. It's just one of those things that unfortunately comes with the internet. Like the territory. People on the internet, they don't, especially people who aren't creators, they don't have a face to their name, so they feel empowered to do whatever they want. It's not just my people. It's not just more edgier people. It's
But you use your
progressives and
platform
leftists as
to-
well.
To stir up that hate, but then I'm going to use my platform
To lie
make
about me,
people
yeah.
aware of what's going on.
Right, but the problem, the thing is I don't care about your commentary about the trans thing. That was your only example of how you don't like my content anymore. I was talking specifically about how you go out of your way to like lie about what I'm saying.
I'm sure you can see records. I've gifted subs on your channel.
I
I'm
don't
pretty
care.
sure.
What
I
does
bet
that
you
mean?
should.
What does it mean? Because
No,
you paid me, I
everybody
have to
thinks I
believe
just
what
hate
you.
I think you used to be a good guy.
Right.
but
So
you just
what
lied.
were the takes that made me a good
Just
guy?
Don't care.
Because you've given me one example. You've given me one video, the trans woman video, is the only example that you gave me as to why you don't like my content. But I know you've not liked me before that. So like, what is it? What's the defining point where you stopped liking my content?
Yeah, it was back then. And you're trying to say that I dogpiled on you with the Andres Lopez.
Yeah.
situation.
Sure.
I was one of the only people that gave the full context. I said, listen, here's what Papa Got said, but the problem is with the filter you used, the clapping and stuff, nobody heard what Andres Lopez was, and people don't even know who Andres Lopez was.
Right.
I
but
said this is a gross, disgusting take, and you need to take accountability for it.
Wait,
and
what?
And then I think that's when you made some false apology.
Wait.
that-
Accountability
making
for
fun of people.
what? Accountability for calling out a potential child predator? Like, what are you talking about?
No, for how you did it.
Sure, but you know why I did it, right? And so you're so much more focused
And I
on the,
explain that to
you're
people.
so much more focused on like the words that I use, which might be shitty, than actually trying to
No, I
deplatform a
was
predator.
focused-
It's
I
so
was-
crazy that you hate me so much. You're more focused on that than an actual somebody
That's
who
what
hurt
you wanna
kids.
stick with to make you. Oh,
It's just
No.
pathetic. You don't.
you think you're the only person that talks about the Lopez brothers? There are literally hundreds of creators that have talked about both of them.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Tony Lopez is on my list, but back then you were defending him.
Yeah. Why is?
And
let
then
me-
a
no,
couple
no,
months
wait,
later,
but
you were
no,
crying
no,
about
let-
people not going after.
let me
Tony Lopez.
ask you a question. I was talking about Andre Lopez. Let me ask you a question. What did Tony Lopez do wrong? Can you just tell me what he did wrong?
Yeah, the inappropriate messages to underage people.
How old were they?
The 60. He was what? You said he was 20 and 16.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think that that's a predator or a child pedophile, a 16-year-old
It's
and
still
20-year-old?
gross.
Hold on. No, but I understand it's gross, but like you're pulling the nuance out of this. I have a serious question. Do you think a 20-year-old interacting with a 16-year-old is predatory?
To me, yeah.
Do you
I
think it
believe
show?
so.
Do you think it shows a habit of trying to harm children?
Well, yeah, because after that, I'm pretty sure a lot other evidence came out against
Like
him
what?
as well. A few months later,
Like what?
more messages.
From who?
I
No,
don't
this.
remember-
No, but
I
see,
don't
this is
have
the,
it
this
pulled
is
up
the,
in
no,
front
but
of me,
this is
but
the
I
this is
talked
the
about it
problem.
when everything
No,
was
but this
going
is the
on.
problem. See, here's the thing. Like, I come from the real world. I don't live on like Twitter and TikTok. A 20-year-old and a 16-year-old is gross, but since it's not illegal, I wouldn't consider it predatory. I'd say it's incredibly inappropriate. And I said this: if it's my son, I'd beat the shit out of him. But he needs to stop. And it's not predatory. He's not targeting
Why
16-year-olds.
were you crying not too long ago that nobody?
I was talking about Andre
canceling Tony
Lopez.
Lopez.
I was talking about Andre
You
Lopez.
said the Lopez brothers.
Right. So anyway, like I'm saying, is it's not predatory. So like my job isn't to make you feel affirmed in your take that's bad. My job is to talk about the reality of the world. Right now, we need to educate 20-year-olds on not interacting with 16-year-olds, despite the fact that it is legal to do so. I find it gross that it's legal to do so. So socially, I'm going to educate people on not talking to people in that age range. That's the whole take. And like you want to boil it down to like Tony Lopez is a predator. I don't see it. He apologized. He said he's going to move on. I still think he's gross. I don't like the guy. But like this isn't something
you
that I'm going
literally
to.
were just crying that he is not canceled.
You're just going back to this
Couple
point.
weeks ago.
You're going back to this point. I keep saying I was talking about Andre Lopez. Like we're in the now.
No,
Like you keep
you said
pivoting.
the Lopez brothers.
You keep pivoting away from the point I'm making right now.
Right, and then
So-
Andre Lopez's accusers came out of nowhere saying it was all we came to an agreement.
What are you talking
Like
about?
they didn't get paid off or whatever.
Who's Andre Lopez?
You haven't kept up on that? The person came forward and said that they came to agreement with him.
Oh, really? Show that to me. Yeah, sure. That'd be great. I'd appreciate that. Anyway, so do you like?
It's not just the age thing with people like that. It's also like the fame and power dynamic. Of
Okay,
it as
so
well.
what's the power
They take
dynamic?
advantage of.
So did they take advantage of the power dynamic?
Him being famous and having
Somebody
a
being
lot of
f- so
followers,
do
they
you-
think they can do what they want.
No, hold on. So somebody being, do you think that because there's a power dynamic that exists, that means that there's instantly abuse of that power dynamic?
No, not instantly.
Okay, so
but
then can you show me the messages where Tony Lopez abused his position as a famous creator to try to get girls to send him pictures?
I'm sure I could.
That'd be great. Because I went through everything with like a fine-tooth comb and there was nothing there. He was interacting with these girls. It was gross, but he never said, hey, I'm famous, so if you talk to me, I'll give you something, or I'll hurt you if you don't give me something. He never weaponized his platform to try to help or hurt somebody. That would be abuse. But he never did that. And that's the thing. It's like we're not having it just seems to be whatever we can do to hate people, even if they're not really wrong. And it boils down and it waters down what sexual assault is to such a fine point. It's terrible. It kills it. Like these are things that I need you to understand from like a human moment. Is that like I have a partner who was violently raped. And it makes me really angry when people sit here and they talk about sexual assault and rape as if they happened in this way that they didn't. It makes me very angry. I'm very attached to these types of issues of predators, child predators, and rapists. And you guys want to pull all the nuance out of here, and it kills the social power of actually labeling people these things. It kills it. It makes people think that the word predator is a joke. People don't even know what a fucking groomer is because they just use the word groomer for everything, or sexual assault for everything, or rapist for everything. They don't use the right wordage or the right verbiage, and it's watering things down and it's diminishing actual sexual assault survivors. And that's the perspective I come from. And it seems like people aren't particularly interested in that. It seems like people are more interested in whatever like public social clout they can get. And it's frustrating.
Okay, and you don't think you see? You say that a lot too.
What
You
that I
say, you
what
say that people only talk about things when it's relevant in that moment for social clout.
lot of
but
people do
is
that, yeah.
Exactly what you do.
I'm specifically talking about calling somebody like Tony Lopez a predator when he's not, because it's the socially acceptable thing to do. And removing all nuance from it. I'm like being completely serious with you and having like a serious moment with
Right,
you.
but you did it yourself. I'm pretty certain I still have the
People,
the video where you
people,
were crying that you said
Okay.
predators like Tony Lopez. You've called.
Sure,
Tony
you want to know what? And if I
predator.
did say that, then I was wrong and I'm sorry. And like I had said, I've gotten wrapped up in all the bullshit performative nonsense. Right? I might have said that. I don't think so, but it's possible. So then I was wrong. I don't know. But you keep bringing that up, but you're not talking about what I'm trying to talk about here. Like I'm
understand what
focusing.
you're-
I know,
I
but it seems
understand
like
what
you're
you're
more.
talking
It seems like you're more interested in moving on from it than like actually just trying to swallow what I'm saying.
I've said my piece. I have a fair understanding of.
I don't think you do.
My wife was assaulted, so I do.
That's terrible. So then you should be like much more in defense of making sure that when people experience a thing, it's actually that thing if they're labeled that thing. Like we need to know what the words groomer means. Like we can't just use these words and throw them around, or predator. We need to make sure that we understand what these words mean. We can't just water them down and move the goalpost.
It just that really wasn't my point. Of that's not what you're trying to do. My point
What-
was that you also do these things and end up.
No,
being
I don't diminish the word sexual assault or groomer.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I don't have anything to add. To
I
that.
don't know what else. It feels like you really just don't want to acknowledge what I'm saying is correct, and you just want to dislike me, which is totally fine. But you still didn't answer the point. Like, when did you start to dislike? Like, what's like the video, not the trans video? Like, what's the video? Where did my takes go wrong? What is it that I've said that you disagree with so much?
No, that was about then. You know, the people were wanting you to be held accountable and just admit that your joke was gross, and you just
Which one?
kept making a joke about it.
What, the old
Yeah,
enough to bleed
Andre's
one?
Loop.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna, like, I've already said that it may have been an inappropriate joke. Let me ask you a question. What do you think's worse, my joke or the people refusing to talk about Andre Lopez because they're more interested in deplatforming me? Which one do you think is worse? Calling out a potential predator or
who was more interested in that?
what?
Who was more
No,
interested in-
I'm asking you the question. Like, there are people who intentionally cut that video down, and even when they found out that like what I was trying to do by exposing Andre Lopez, they still kept their video up and never apologized. What do you think's worse, my inappropriate joke trying to expose a potential predator, or people intentionally avoiding the aspect where I was calling out the predator to make me look like a pedophile and try to deplatform me? Which one is worse?
I mean, they should have both been addressed.
No, but which one is worse?
I'm not gonna say.
You don't
which
think
one
that
is
you?
worse.
So
I
what
think
you're
they're both
you're
wrong.
telling me that you think that it's you
The
think
people
it's
who
the
were
same?
calling you out for that joke had no idea.
Yes,
who
they
Andres
did.
Lopez was.
Yes,
You
they
posted
did.
That joke
Yes, they
with
did.
No context.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. If you're trying to convince me that that content creators in my own commentary space with millions of followers didn't know who Andre Lopez was, we're just playing a game.
Who are you talking about?
There's
Because
plenty of
I didn't see
there
anybody
are
with
plenty of
followers.
content there are plenty of content creators with millions, like 1 million followers, that called me out, knew who Andre Lopez was, and they refused to go after it. I'm not asking you specifically to chastise these people. I'm asking you what's worse, my inappropriate joke or people refusing to call out a predator and calling me out instead. It's a very basic question. You can dislike my joke and still think it's gross while also acknowledging that I was trying to do the right thing.
I don't think one's worse than the other.
Then
but
that just
all
if
the big
you-
content creators I know who call
You-
people out have
you-
talked about the Lopez
you
brothers.
it seems like you don't really have a very good moral compass.
Because
If
your
you-
joke was gross, dude.
My joke was bad, but it was intended to call it a predator. And I'm not
And
asking.
you're saying I don't have.
No.
You're wanting me to admit that your joke was less bad than people not that.
Yes.
You're trying to say I have a bad moral
I want you to admit that my joke with the intention of calling out a potential predator is not as bad as people intentionally ignoring that predator to deplatform me because it's better for views.
I'm not saying that because I don't know of anybody who's.
No, but that's
ignoring.
well, no, it doesn't matter. Maybe it's a hypothetical. Maybe I'm 100% wrong. But if based on my hypothetical, which one was worse? It just seems like you're really desperate to not have any, like, just not to agree with me in any capacity.
I don't have to agree with you.
You don't, but like I know that it means that you have a very weak moral compass, and you're not really interested.
Joke was gross, and people should
Sure.
call out predators.
Sure, and they should call out my joke appropriately, saying your joke was gross, but I understand what you're trying to do. Do you agree with that?
You should have.
Do you agree with that?
You should have been mature about it and explained it with.
I
more
did.
Context
I did.
Instead of,
I did. I quite literally did, and nobody cared because the people like you don't like me so much. You won't give me the benefit of the doubt.
Now that was still when I was following you and keeping up with your Twitch stuff. But then
So
after
that's what killed it for you. Is that part?
You don't take accountability because you don't care.
What are you talking about? You said that I used to accountability all the time, and then you even said that towards the end of my account.
don't
Whoa, hold
care
on.
anymore.
Wait, no, you said that towards the end of my account getting taken down, that I was holding myself accountable, saying that I'm sorry for like the performative nature of my content. You're literally sat here and admitted that I've been taking accountability while trying to convince people that I don't take accountability. So like, which one is it?
Well, in your recent videos,
Which recent video?
you said that, but you don't.
What video? How would I take accountability?
I'm not going to play mental gymnastics.
I said that before. I know that you're just trying to parrot the verbiage I use, but like I'm having a very serious conversation. If you don't like me, that's totally fine. But it seems like you don't like me because I made
like you because you're a bully.
It seems like
you're a bully with a toxic community.
My content.
And I'm sure your followers are having a riot, making fun of me in
yeah.
Twitch chat.
So when did you
so.
start following me? Because my content was terrible at the beginning. It was like bully content at the beginning. Like it was
wasn't at the very beginning.
Yeah, it was completely devoid of empathy, and it was like shitty content that I made. Then I started we got into over the summer. I was still doing a lot of talking about social issues and talking about and making jokes.
I believe it was you when you were still working wherever you were working. Yeah, you were talking about social issues.
Yeah, and making jokes.
And then videos that you were calling out your followers for going after people you would be talking about.
Okay.
And you told them, hey, that's not okay.
Sure. Okay. So your biggest issue is that the one video that I made about that trans person, I didn't call people out and say, hey, stop caring about that.
No, it started with the lack of accountability.
Which one?
You just thinking it's a joke with the Andres Lopez.
Well, right, but again,
it just slowly started getting progressively worse from there.
Mhm.
Like you just thought all this dark content was okay. You know, you thought the shit that Spooner Dude Nick Foster would say is okay.
When did I say that?
It's not. Oh yeah. You actually responded to this comment. When you added Nick Foster to your Twitch team.
Yep, I added Nick
Foster.
And I
asked you why would you do that? He's a bully with a bully community, and you're like, oh, well, you said some bullshit about, oh yeah, I'm mad and these people with fresh takes or whatever. And
I'm just
that's
what?
When I started not being okay.
I'm just what? Wait, you unfollowed me once I added Nick Foster to my team.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was several months ago, and I asked you why would you want this type of person?
So I like Nick Foster as a person, and like he knows I don't like a lot of his jokes. Why do I have to agree 100% with his content in order to be his friend?
That's not what I'm saying.
Well, no, but you're
someone
that's perfectly fine. I'm just like I'm trying to pinpoint when you stop liking. Okay, so you stopped liking me because I started associating myself with Nick Foster on my Twitch team. I'm assuming that's a yes.
Now I have stuff going on in the background because, contrary to what you all believe, I have a life here.
Great. So I'm assuming that you stopped liking my content because I started associating myself with Nick Foster. That's what you just said?
And then it just went downhill. You started attracting his followers,
with
making
what?
The dark jokes, the bad takes about...
What's a bad take?
about black creators that you get heat for.
Wait,
you
wait,
never
which take?
took accountability,
Hold-
and you
whoa, whoa.
apologized for it and made it a joke.
Wait,
and
wait.
then
How do I not take
felt that
accountability if I
everybody-
apologize for it? I'm so confused. You said I don't take accountability, but then I apologize
You
for it.
immediately went back on it.
No, I didn't. I didn't. So I had some. Can you specifically tell me the takes that were bad?
Like the black-owned business tags.
Okay, so I had some takes that were bad. That I specifically had to come to my own terms and understand why they were bad. Right. I made a video. I'll tell you right now. Nobody pressured me into these things. Like we both know here, whether we both can agree that I could have just continued and went as conservative as possible, and I would have garnered a massive following. Right? We could both agree to that. Is that a fair thing to say? I'm going to assume that you'd say yes. I could have just continuously went conservative, right? But I had some takes I didn't like. The biggest take that I didn't like is I made a video talking about the wording that I wanted to use was I think that nobody should use the N-word. But what I said is if black people don't want white people to use the N-word, they should stop using it. Now, the reason that's wrong is because it puts all of the weight and all of the pressure and all the blame on black people. It was a bad take, and it was racist. It was come from a place of ignorance. And then I apologized to that, and I took it down. And I self-reflected. Then you're sitting here, and I made an apology, and then I stopped making that content. I stopped. Like the beginning of this year was incredibly race baity for a lot of content creators, and I allowed myself to get into the race baity bullshit content, and I'm not proud of it, and that's what I talk about. So like I'm so confused where you say I don't take accountability, but like I've stopped the race baiting bullshit.
Some of your takes weren't that long ago, even after that apology.
Like what take?
But still, you attracted.
Well, what take?
You attracted this audience.
Okay, but what take? I just need you to just I'm just gonna take your word for it. What take? Just give me a take. I've been asking you for a take for so many times.
I've given you several.
You have, but like you just said more takes. What other takes were you talking about?
Not like the stuff that Aunt Karen has called you out on too.
Like what? What did she call me out for?
Whatever the most recent one was.
Yeah, so the Aunt Karen one. So Aunt Karen, right? She called me out because I followed some young girl, like from the. It was that weird hype house that was making fun of like leftists. So I followed that girl, and then Aunt Karen's like, "Oh, you follow this girl?" And what did she say? She said she didn't care about the N-word or something, right? And then and then Aunt Karen called me out, and I responded. I said, "Listen, nobody should say the N-word, but if you're going to say it in private." Yeah, that was now that might sound ignorant, but like, listen, you can't police people in private, so you shouldn't say it. Like, it's better to not say it publicly than to say it publicly. So that's my take. If you're going to be fucking ignorant, and you're going to say the N-word as a white person, say it to yourself. It's not ideal, but the world isn't ideal. We live in a practical society, and you can't stop people from saying things. So just don't say it in public. Respect black people. I don't know. So that what other take? I just feel like your intention, and it's totally fine that you don't like me or my takes, but like to say that there's somehow like socially toxic takes is weird.
Well, and I just like I said, my biggest part is the bullying that is the result of your content.
It doesn't happen. I've done a lot to stop the bullying of my content.
Oh, you absolutely have not.
Absolutely have.
Read your damn Twitch chat.
What is my Twitch chat saying? What is it that they're saying that's so bad? You danced and he hates you dancing. Do you feel offended by that comment?
Okay.
You this is the problem, is you're proposing evidence, quote unquote, and then you're not like, then I pressed you on it a little bit and you completely back off and say, oh, well, you just don't get it. It's like, I'm looking at the chat. What are they saying? They're saying that, yeah, he apologized for the N-word take.
Following his bullies.
What are they saying? That's so bullying.
If you still had your millions of followers,
no, but you just said my Twitch chat. But you just
made
said
a video about me. I would just be spammed and harassed by your followers.
But first of all, you're saying that my Twitch chat is bullying you, and they're not. Second of all, you lied about me. So defending myself isn't bullying you. It's. See, look at this. See, the problem is that you're not a big creator because nobody thinks you're worth listening to. So they're not calling you out for your bad takes. It's the truth. They're not calling you out for your bad takes. You're not policed on your objective lying takes, and that's the reality. So you've never felt the pressure, but you're lying about me, And then you're just making a meme out of it because you can't defend yourself because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're way in over your head. I don't know why you thought that you would be able to have a conversation with me and bring up any intelligible points because you have none. Like, I just don't understand. Like, it's not because you're small content creators, because like you're just not particularly intelligent. You haven't given us like any reasons for like anything that we've talked about.
You just act intelligent.
I gave you an opportunity to. I gave you an opportunity to platform yourself and like come up with like reasonable things that you just
give me a platform.
you don't well you don't no. So that's
yeah.
I gave you a platform to talk about the ways in which I'm such a toxic bed creator.
Oh yeah,
and you spent
little kids.
And then you
It's
spent
great.
and then you
Thank
spent
so
the
much for
entire time memeing the situation and just walking
Memeing
off.
the
Yeah.
situation.
And walking off of every point. You can't stand on a single point. You don't even know why you don't like me. You just don't like me because like you go with like the status quo. And it's fine that people don't like me, but like don't pretend that you have an understanding as to why. Because you don't. You don't know anything about my political or social takes in any capacity. You don't know anything that I advocate for. You're not educated on my content.
You don't, because you go with whatever you think is gonna make the little kids laugh and get you money.
I guess so. I mean, 95% of my YouTube audience is over 18. I'm just so confused. That's the platform I'm doing much better on. With this whole idea that it's all kids, it's crazy.
Well, it was your TikTok following was.
But TikTok is a platform for kids. So to say that I had a lot of kids following me is a real hot take, huh? Your platform is full of kids as well. It's a platform targeting younger people. Of course, you're gonna have younger people on the platform. It's a really brain dead take to tell somebody that they have kids on their platform so that their content must suck.
It's not the fact of what.
But it is.
You just refuse to acknowledge the toxicity that you.
What
built.
are you talking about?
You don't care.
No, you just keep saying I don't care, but I've called out people. I stopped tagging people in my videos intentionally so that they wouldn't get any hate. Like I went through quite a bit to make sure people didn't get hatred. That trans person that got hate, everybody knew who they were, and I made my joke. People already didn't like that person. That's because they were being rude to the black guy asking a very basic question. But he used the word female, so she had a meltdown. She was being rude to that guy. So I made a rude joke about her, just basically saying I'm also, why do you call us women? And I dressed up like a woman. It was transphobic for sure. It was a joke. I'm sorry, but like she was getting herself taken off the app because again, she's being rude. The way that the world generally works is that when somebody does something rude, they get made fun of for shit in general. A lot of times people will attack their looks, this, that, and the other thing. Now, it's a very brain-dead joke that I made, and it was shitty, I guess, but like that's what people do. So this whole idea that she should be able to be shielded from being a bad person and being rude because she's trans is fucking incredible to me. Why are you not concerned that she was being rude?
I think she was being rude.
She was. She had like a horrible tone. She's like, why are you calling us females? Why can't you just call us women?
That I've seen
It's
other
rude.
people in the transgender community bring up.
What issue is that?
The disrespect in calling people female.
Why is it disrespectful to call women females? I thought you said that you've seen this point. Why is it disrespectful to call women females?
It's how people are using it to put women down.
How? Wait, so then why does it have anything to do with...
obviously stupid. Do your own research, Pop.
No. Wait. So you're shit. This is again. I'm asking you really basic questions, and you because you don't know why. Because you don't know why.
Come on here.
You don't know why.
You dance around like, oh, I'm the superior intelligence.
I'm not. No, I just need you to understand. A 5-year-old could be doing what I'm doing. I'm barely pressing you. I'm just asking you why it's hateful to call women females, and you can't even give me a basic answer.
It's in the context of how people are doing it. Like
Okay.
female.
Okay.
People will use it in a way that all they're good for is.
Is that what you think that person was doing?
But she just being rude. She wasn't being rude.
No, but she
was asking
was.
a
You just said
question.
that she basically admitted that she was, and that she was expressing her frustrations for being called a female.
Other women
And then I
have
asked you
brought up
what?
the issue as well.
Other people,
Maybe you
other
should look
children
into
on
it as well.
TikTok. No, but here's the reality. Here's what I do know, right? Because like I don't like the performance of like Twitter and TikTok. It's run by children, and that's like everybody like follows the morality of children. The word female isn't a rude word. In my experience, most of the people who call women females are black men trying to add additional respect to the name. They'll say like, "Oh, females," and them as to be as respectful as possible to women. That's my experience. Now that's anecdotal, but I haven't heard a single woman complain about being called a female. It's a point of respect from mostly black men. All the black men I worked with would always address women as females to be additionally respectful. And so now you're telling me that it's somehow bigoted, and I'm asking you to explain, and you can't explain.
Because it goes to
Sounds-
deal with the issues that around the trans community of people being ignorant.
What does that do to trans people? You said it had to do
saying
with
that they're
women.
not female. Yeah, and other people using it as a put down, like the whole Jeff Corrette debacle.
What's with the Jeff Corrette debacle?
When he was saying, "Hey, females no hate," and women were trying to say, "Hey, that's a disrespectful thing to say."
Why
And
were
he
they
just
saying it
kept
was
going with it
disrespectful?
because he was getting.
Why were they saying it was disrespectful?
Oh my god.
This is I just want to know why. This is your opportunity to educate me on why the term female is disrespectful, but so far you haven't given me anything.
Because you're saying it in a way that makes them seem like they're the only thing they're good for is being like a partner and breeding.
I've never heard that before, ever.
Okay, well, educate yourself.
And hold on, and then on top of that, do you think that black guy was doing it, that she was being rude to?
We don't know because everybody cut off that video just to make fun of this person. I don't
Well,
know
no,
the
but no,
context
no,
of
nope, you're
question.
lying right there. Nobody cut it off because of that. She cut it off. She's the one who stopped the video there. Everybody was taking her video where she cut it off right after he said the word female. Then she was being rude to that guy, and then they made fun of her. Nobody cut it off. It's not their response. She did that.
Whatever, dude.
I mean, these are really.
You think she's being rude? I don't think she was being rude.
I know
asked
she was being
questions
rude.
that I'm telling you.
No, I know she was
Okay.
being rude because I could tell. Like anybody with like a
So
basic
you're
level
gonna
of
send a
intelligence.
bunch
can
of
tell.
little kids to send her death threats like this?
No, I made a joke. I made a joke about her, and I made sure to keep her name out of there.
You made
People
a
found
joke,
it.
and I know you saw the comments on it, and you're
people,
just like, "Oh yeah, that's
people,
cool. That's
people
all right."
found the joke, and then I mean, like, there's only so much I could do. It's weird. I mean, I hopefully one day you become a large enough platform, a content creator, to understand how very little control you have over people. And honestly, I know I didn't look at the comments because I don't care. I don't look at my comments anymore. It's a waste of my time to make TikToks and look at the comments.
You don't care.
Yeah, yes, I don't care to look at my comments because I have other things to do than TikTok. TikTok isn't exactly my platform anymore, so I don't look at comments. I focus, especially at that time too, focusing on YouTube and Twitch. There's a lot of long pauses here. Anyway, is there any type of political or social thing that you'd like to bring up, like any type of thing that you'd like to raise awareness for before you go?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, well, I thought that you would have wanted to use this as an opportunity to raise awareness to Indigenous issues, but I can see that you are a very performative individual. So take care, man. Hey, everyone. If you liked that video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow my Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, and TikTok. All links are in the description. Also, check out my Patreon if you'd like to support me even more than you already do. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you all.